How many people die each day without hearing Jesus' message of salvation? We'll reflect on the shocking answer in today's episode of Today in Missions. A news flash comes across your screen. 100 jumbo jets crashed yesterday, killing all aboard. The Cryon reveals more of the horrifying story. 66,000 killed in mass jet failure, no survivors found. You can't believe your eyes. This is a tragedy beyond measure. Immediately, the whole world is overcome with horror and grief. Countless churches worldwide hold prayer vigils, send support for the families, and rush to offer help. Every true Christian in the world becomes consumed with one question: what does God really want us to do? Thank God this is an illustration, not an actual news report. But you may be shocked to learn that a similar travesty occurs every single day. True, 66,000 airline passengers have never plummeted to death in a day, but every single day approximately 66,000 people die without ever hearing the gospel of Jesus Christ once. That means that this very day, 100 jumbo jets worth of people will die without hearing the good news of Jesus' salvation. Now, where do these unreached people live? And how come they still haven't heard about Jesus' work on the cross? The vast majority of the unreached live in a region called the 1040 window. This missionary target rests between the 10th and the 40th parallels and includes North India, parts of North Africa, and Central and Southeast Asia. The 1040 window is home to the world's poorest, most demonically oppressed, and the most persecuted nations in the world. Nearly 2/3 of the world's population lives there, and almost 3 of every 5 of its inhabitants have never heard the salvation message. And the unbearable reality is these unreached masses are likely flooding to hell by the tens of thousands each and every day. Well, how has the global church responded to this daily travesty? Have we risen to the occasion, sending as many helpers and resources as we can to reach them? No. Tragically, churches worldwide have largely forgotten these precious people. According to the traveling team, Christians have access to roughly 14,000 times the resources needed to reach every unreached people group in the world. But instead of working together to get the job done, churches have sent only 0.01% of offerings to the unreached world. According to the traveling team, Christians send only $1.83 to the unreached for every $100,000 they earn. Are we at least sending enough missionaries? Shockingly, no. According to the traveling team, only 3.4% of global missionaries labor among the unreached. The church has sent out 445,000 missionaries into the world, but only 15,000 are reaching unreached people groups. For that reason, the unreached world has only one missionary for every 216,300 people. I trust you'd agree our negligence towards these dying billions is totally unacceptable. It's unacceptable to God, and it should be unacceptable to us. We know that salvation comes only through faith in Jesus Christ. So how can we do nothing? As missionary C.T. Studd famously asked, "How could I spend the best years of my life in living for the honors of this world when thousands of souls are perishing every day?" I think it's time to start asking ourselves a serious question. What does God want us to do? You see, as the leader of a small missions organization, I have to constantly answer that question. What does God really want us to do to complete His Great Commission? Message Ministries receives constant requests to meet all kinds of needs on the world's mission fields. Many come from what we call reach nations, places where the gospel has already flourished and churches have already been established. Many of these needs are real, and we don't dismiss them lightly. But quite often, most often, we have to say no when we ask God, "What do you really want us to do?" I'll give you an example. We've worked in Peru for many years. When we started to focus on the unreached, we had to pray for guidance regarding Peru. Do we stop visiting and cut off our support for our Peruvian partners? Do we continue to expand there? God, what do you really want us to do? He gave us a clear answer. Don't cut them off. Send 1 or 2 strategic teams every year to encourage them to make disciples and reach Peru themselves. Then invite them to reach the 1040 window with you. We obeyed, and the results have been very encouraging. These devoted believers have begun to raise up their own mission teams, reach their own people, and give financially towards the 1040 window. And while most of our mission funds once went to Peru, now the majority of our funding goes straight to native workers in the 1040 window. We asked, God spoke, we obeyed, and now God has successfully redirected our whole ministry towards the unreached. This is what can happen when we ask God, what do you really want us to do? Then how should we shift towards the 1040 window? Do we need to cut off the reach world? Of course not. We can still send strategic teams and missionaries to reach nations to help them in the harvest, but as we face the plight of the unreached, we must follow God's missionary game plan for the 21st century. First, we must radically shift our focus towards reaching the unreached in the 1040 window. Second, we must ignite our partners in reached nations with a passion for the unreached. And third, we must invite them to help us reach the unreached by praying, giving, and even going. Church, it's time to prioritize those who have never heard Jesus' name. What are you doing to reach the unreached? If the answer is nothing, then I ask you, what will you do to reach them? God's call is clear. Go and make disciples of all nations. That's Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Will you obey by giving, praying, or going? Or will you disobey by ignoring the call to the unreached? The choice is yours. As Isabel Kuhn once said, it is not God who does not call. It is man who will not respond. If you'd like to sponsor a Native missionary to the unreached for as little as $100 monthly, please visit our website, sharegodshope.com/joinarms. That's sharegodshope.com/join-arms. I'm Brian Weller. I want to thank you for watching another episode of Today in Missions. Hey, I'm Brian Weller with Message Ministries. Has this video inspired you? Do you think others need to hear this message? Please let us know you're watching. Like our video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to click the notifications bell. And that way you'll also help others to see our content. And don't forget to check out our website, sharegodshope.com, where you can learn all about our missions work worldwide. God bless you as you share God's hope.